Today will be on the joints, and joints are those areas of the neck, shoulders, wrists, elbows, knees, hips, and ankles are the ones we'll be spending some time with. So in addition to the joints movement and mobility, of course, it's really important to work on strengthening those areas. So we'll talk a little bit about that, and it's going to be just a short video for you. A moment to notice how you feel, and just tuning in to just standing there. Always, again, the chair is just there if you need it. If it helps you to close your eyes and kind of go inward and notice really what's going on in your body, you're welcome to do that as well. So let's take a nice deep breath in through the nostrils and out through the nose or the mouth. And exhale out. Inhale in through the nose. Exhale out. Let's do one more like that. Inhale. Exhale. And just take a moment, bringing hands to the heart center, just bowing down and honoring whatever it is your body can do for you on any day. Every day will be different, so be thankful, find gratitude in those days. And let's begin by just waking up the body. So we'll start with dropping the neck down. And sometimes you could sit in the chair and do this, but I just thought I'd start with standing today. And most of the times when we do our practice in person, we'll start with sitting in the chair, being more focused. So this is just a short version of getting into the joints while you're standing. So take a deep breath in, exhale it out. And just notice how you're grounding down into the mat, if you have a mat, or the floor, whatever it is you're standing on. And let's drop the chin down towards the chest, just kind of lengthening the back of the neck. And then as you inhale, lift the chin gently up towards the sky without a lot of pressure on the neck. And drop the chin down. Inhale and lift it up. Exhale and bring it down. Inhale up. And exhale down and stay there. And try to take your movements nice and slow and mindfully. And then let's bring the left ear over to the left shoulder. I think I'm mirror imaging you, so I'm trying to go with your side. And reach that opposite hand out away from the hip. And then just turn the thumb up and down. Just kind of rotating into that left shoulder. So turning the hand and the wrist and the shoulder, just kind of getting into the movement. And release the hand down to the hip. And tilt your head now towards the center and over to your other side. So in my case, it's the left side of my body, but if it's your image you're seeing, maybe it's the right side for you. So the other hand comes out away from the hip. And just turn the palm again, just get a little more space there for my hand. Just turn the thumb up towards the sky and then down. And then maybe start to rotate a little bit more into the shoulder. So you're just dropping your ear to begin with. And don't need to push it, just let it be gentle and allow it to be natural for you. Let your hands come back and let your head come back to neutral. Drop your chin down, make some half circles to the right and to the left. And again, always pay attention to if you're pushing the edge too much, and go easy on it, especially if you're just beginning and you're trying to get back to some movement. Good. Now release the head and come back to a neutral position, standing tall. And let's roll the shoulders up, back, and down. So getting into the upper back. A lot of times when we're using the computer, if you're doing any crafts or sewing or knitting or anything like that, or if you're just even bending forward, you tend to round in the upper neck. So this is a way to create some more awareness. So as you take your hands forward and let the shoulders lift up and let the shoulder blades come all the way down the back. So a couple more movements like that, breathing in, exhaling down, breathe in, exhaling down. Now let's take our arms out from the shoulders and place the fingertips on the shoulders. And let's bring the elbows now towards the center. It's kind of like we call it sometimes a kiss the elbows. Don't have to reach one another, but just kind of coming towards, so you're rounding the upper back, stretching across the upper back. And then as you inhale, lift the chin up as you open the elbows. So again, working at the upper thoracic area, or actually the upper neck area. Bring the elbows together. Inhale and open up. Exhale and together. And inhale, lifting up. Exhale, coming down. Release the arms and let the shoulders again roll back and forth, resetting so that you're feeling a little bit more neutral in the body. And so from here, we're going to move into our side body. We'll often do a side body stretch because it's not something we typically do in our day-to-day movement, but it does help us do our function movements throughout the day. So if you have shoulder issues and you cannot reach your arm overhead, just place the fingertips on the shoulder. So in this case, it's the right fingertips on the right shoulder. So we'll start there and then maybe move with the hand overhead. So inhale as you drop the left hand down, or the opposite hand down towards the knee. Inhale and release the elbow. Come on up. Inhale and bend. Exhale. Inhale and down. One more. Inhale and release that down, and give the shoulder a little movement there. We'll do the same thing on the other side, just kind of moving from one side to the other. Fingertips now go on the opposite shoulder, in this case your left, I think. Inhale as you reach up. Exhale, come down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, down. So let that opposite hand just glide down the outside of your thigh. Sitting up nice and tall. Notice if you're starting to torque your body forward. See if you can stand up tall in the spine. Good. And release that down. And let's shake that off. So from here, we're going to move into our twist. And for that, I'm going to take a seat. And you can do these movements anytime in your chair. So we'll come into a seated position. And again, checking your alignment of your feet and your legs and your knees and your hips. So stack your book or whatever you have to make sure that your feet can reach the floor, and sit back and let the chair support you. Okay, so if you can, reach your arms up overhead. Inhale, and then exhale, push it away. Inhale, reach up. Exhale and push it away. Inhale and reach up. Exhale, down. Now let's take your hands and place them on the outside of your right thigh. Lengthen up. Breathe in and then take a gaze towards that shoulder, in the direction that you're moving, so your left shoulder. Inhale and reach up. Exhale and twist to the right. So kind of moving slowly and gently into the movement. Gaze towards your shoulder, but try and keep the torso sort of without torquing your spine too much. You want to gently move from the upper and mid back. Inhale and reach up. Exhale and twist. Inhale, reach up. Exhale and twist. One more. Inhale, reach. Exhale and twist. Good. Coming on back to the center. Place your palms on your lap. And now let's take your blocks aside for a moment. And to get into the back again, we're going to take the knees up. So we're going to stretch the low back by lifting the knee up off the floor. And then release it down. This is just a very foundation movement of the joint. So lifting up the knee. You can flex the foot if that helps. And then exhale it down. And you can repeat as many of those as you need. But for now, that's where we will start. Let's come to a wide-legged stance in your chair. Maybe move out a little bit to give yourself some space. Make sure you know where your chair is every time that you go back there. And now we're going to move into a cat-cow, so getting the spinal column to move and lubricate and hydrate as we move in and out. So glide your hands up and tuck them towards your hips. Let your elbows come towards the back as much as you can, opening the front of the chest. Gently draw the belly button towards the spine, not too much. And as you inhale, lift the chest up. And then as you exhale, glide the hands towards the knees and round from the spine all the way up to your head. Let's do 3 more like that. Inhale and open. Taking it nice and easy and allow the vertebrae to move slowly and gently and forward. And one more. Inhale and glide up. Exhale and round. And let's stay here for a moment. Place your hands on your thighs. And let's bring the opposite shoulder towards the opposite knee. So no need to hold when you're starting out your movement in the day. You want to do a little bit more of a dynamic movement, so you're shifting gently from side to side. And then when you have more movement and if you've done some more strengthening, then you can do your stretching. And then one more. And come back to the center. Now walk your feet in just a little bit, hip distance apart. And let's hold on to the chair, and I'm going to get you to do what we refer to as a windshield wipe movement. So you're stretching the front of your thigh, letting that toe bend on the back. So holding on to the back of your chair, swaying from side to side. Doesn't have to be perfect, just has to be something that feels good in your hips. And then come back to the center. And plant your feet there now. Let's stretch your left foot out and place your palms on your right thigh. And as you inhale, gently fold forward, not rounding in the back. So you want to take the low back out of this movement. And just have the back of the leg and the hamstring do the work. So inhale and lengthen. Exhale and hinge forward. You may also find this on the outside of your hip. Inhale up. Exhale, fold forward. And maybe if you wish, you can hold it there. And then come on up. And let's take the other foot out now and extend so that the heel rests on the floor and the toes are pointing towards the ceiling. Place your hands on your left thigh. Inhale as you lengthen in the spine. And as you exhale, gently float out over that extended leg. Inhale and come back. Exhale and hinge forward. Inhale, come back. Exhale and hinge forward. And stay there for a couple of breaths. Always bringing your breath into your practice to help guide you. If you're breathing too fast, that's an indication maybe you need to slow down a little bit. Good. Now come all the way up. And let's take our feet, take our seat back towards the chair a little bit. And we'll do some hand movement as well. So getting into your left wrist, just bring your fingertips down, stretching the wrist, those areas that have carpal tunnel sensations or problems with that wrist area. And then bring your thumbs up towards the ceiling. Good. And then roll the wrist, giving it some hydration in the joints and in the opposite direction. Good. Shake that out. I will do the same with the other side. So stretching your right, excuse me, your right arm out in front. Take your fingertips with your left hand and gently stretch through the wrist. See if you can drop the shoulder down so you're sort of not involving the shoulder as much as you are stretching the wrist. Good, and bring your fingertips up towards the ceiling. And then roll that wrist around in one direction and in the opposite direction. And then shake those fingers and toes out. Just give them a little shake. Okay, so we'll just come in now. Typically we close our practice with just a centering, a reflection of the movements that we created in our yoga practice. And just take a few moments to just settle and feel the movement of the breath as it comes in and out. So breathing in and relaxing. On the exhale, breathe in and breathe out. And breathe in and breathe out. So let your shoulders relax, kind of sitting up nice and tall but being supported. And bring your hands to heart center and bowing down towards yourself, honor wherever you are today. And keep working on those movements so that you can stay mobile in your day-to-day activities. And I will offer more in the future as you start to make some progress towards doing more in different areas of the body. All right, have a great day, and we'll see you soon. Take care, and thanks so very much. Bye for now.